want to say it was about 5th grade. I'd heard the N-word a bunch of times. I was kind of numb to it already. But then this one kid, I remember I took like a layup or something, or I missed a shot, and the kid turned around and with such anger on his face called me Blackie. And I don't know, for some reason that hurt 10 times more than the N-word ever did. And on that day, I felt like I was this thing that they said that I was. I spent many years of my life, doing absolutely ridiculous things, trying to gain approval from this one or that one or this group or that group. I decided to change up my whole persona, learn to rap, and start thugging it.
Didn't take me long in the gang world to go to prison. You go to prison, you realize really quick, joining a gang is really just hiding behind smoke and mirrors. No normal person will ever be able to hurt you again. No other gang will be able to ever hurt you again. Yeah, so you join a gang and your own gang almost kills you 4 times.
Everything was solved with violence. Nothing was solved with words.
There's this thing that'll happen. If the CO opens up the doors and nobody comes out of their cells, you know something's about to go down. So one morning the CO busts open all the cells, nobody came out. And I'm brushing my teeth, I'm like, oh man, something's about to go down. And then I peeked out the door while brushing my teeth. I came back in and within 30 seconds, somebody rushed through the door, put their hand right in my face. I don't remember much else after that. They showed me the pictures when I was in the infirmary. They put my tooth through my lip, they stabbed me twice with little ice picks. Lost 2.5 teeth that day. Probably one of the most scary experiences of my life.
Coming back into the regular world, I was extra violent, all because of that experience.
I came home angry, aggressive, thinking everybody was trying to hurt me. I came home numb to pain. My daughter was born, I was still numb. I couldn't empathize with people. So as my daughter got older, I admittedly would know that I had to work hard to keep this little girl alive. This isn't the Michael Sanders show anymore. This is the Brooke Sanders show now. And I'm just a supporting role. Started to make life a little bit more fun. And I stopped taking myself so seriously. And I started to learn how to love again. I want my daughter to grow up knowing that she had a rock, a base, that could really warn her of the dangers of the world, but also teach her how to appreciate how really awesome this world could be.
I realized that when your brain is trapped in a place and it doesn't even know that it's trapped in that place, violence is the only answer. Before I met Adam, I hadn't fought in like 5 years, and I fought as an outlet. And then I did some backyard fights because UFC was blowing up at the time. And then I hadn't fought in like 5 years. And then one day, some kid walked the place that I was working and saw that I had like an MMA shirt on. So I went and checked it out, and the first thing I saw was this banner, Adam Bomb Colorado. And this like, 145er that's just like shredded and just looks the part.
He was looking for something that he lost a long time before I met him. And Monday night's a hard spar night. I remember we squared up, touched gloves for the very first time. I did not expect the heat that was going to come out of his left straight. I did not expect the heat that was going to come out of his right hook. And I fell in love from the first connection, bro. It's easy to say that this stuff changed his life, man. But he was wandering in the dark, bro. And as our relationship grew, brothers don't let each other wander in the dark alone. You wander in there with them and you find it together. If we're talking about the heart of the gym, we gotta talk about the heart sharp. It's not just training, it's not just in the gym, it's life in general. No, I'm blessed. I'm blessed to have him in my life.
He sees the fighter, he sees the tough guy. That's not who he wants to chat with, when we're hanging out somewhere. We're not gonna only talk about my 1-2. We're gonna talk about who I am, and he's gonna care. So I started caring about me too, And thank goodness for people like Adam, And now, in turn, I've become other people's Adam, And I won't give up on them neither. You think you're a bad person now, you can change. You think that you have issues now, you can grow. Be good to people, people will help you. Be good to yourself, You'll learn to help yourself. Be true to yourself. Have morals. Don't compromise those morals for anybody. And work hard. Go to the gym. There it is.